I'm Max. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on the Helly Hansen Kenosha HT, which is their lightweight, reasonably minimalist trail running shoe from Helly Hansen. As you can see, it's a pretty classy shoe, as you'd expect from Helly Hansen. I think it also comes in a black with yellow trim and a dark blue with orange trim. The shoe itself is pretty light, especially for a trail shoe. It's about 10.5 ounces, 300 grams. It's got what they call an EVA midsole, which makes it very comfortable. My foot fits very well into it. I don't have a particularly narrow foot, but wide foot or a narrow foot. It's just very middle of the line foot. The toe cage it fits really well, so I don't feel like there's too much room or that it's too tight. I haven't had any blisters using these. As you can tell, this is actually my own shoe. I've done about 450 miles in it, a couple of 40-50 milers at a time, never had any blisters. The support, it's comfortable, so it's good mat cushioning. A lot of the miles I've done have been road miles as well as trail miles, and I've never felt that it's particularly hard on the feet. It does feel like there's a lot of support in there, especially under the arch of the foot, so it's not quite a proper minimalist shoe, and it's not a zero drop shoe, as you can probably see. There is a little bit of a heel, which is great if you're tired and you do end up heel striking, which I've been doing on my longer runs. It feels comfortable. It's quite easy and comfortable to roll from heel to toe. The only issue I've got with this shoe, I think it's great, I think it's brilliant, it's lightweight, it fits my foot really well, it's comfortable, it feels great on my foot. The only problem is it feels like the lateral side of the shoe, the outside of the shoe, it just feels like it sits a little bit high, so almost kind of forces my foot, instead of sitting kind of flat in the shoe, to kind of tilt a little bit sideways. I don't know whether that's me personally, but when I do pronate when I land, it feels like it forces me to over-pronate, and forces my knee to kind of roll inwards a bit. So I've got to be a bit conscious about that when I'm trying to do some of the quick stuff. I've taken this down the track, and kind of that's when I kind of noticed that on the outside of the shoe, it does feel like there's a bit too much support for me. I'm used to running in kind of pretty minimalist kind of cross-country shoes, and although they feel comfortable, it almost feels like it over-rotates and forces my knee to drop in slightly. So you've got to be a bit careful. See how you find it if you try it on, or if you take it for a quick test run. Other than that, they've got it's got brilliant outer sole, so it's incredibly waterproof. So if you are going to take it for a proper going over through the puddles, or in the morning when the grass is wet, or kind of wherever you do your running, it's absolutely fantastic. Your feet aren't going to get wet, your socks are going to stay dry. It's a great shoe for that. I've run, it's kind of similar to me, it reminds me of the Innovate Terrafly. The Terrafly, I think, has got a slightly bigger toe cage, which I didn't particularly like. It felt a bit clumpy. No, the shoe's great, but I just felt like the toe cage was a little bit big for me, and my foot moved around in it slightly. But this, it feels a lot more comfortable, and this has obviously got waterproof, so it's a great shoe. So if you're considering maybe doing the Beauty and the Beast later in the year, September, I'll be there. I'll definitely be wearing these. They've got a very hard wearing rubber on the bottom. I've done about 450 miles in these, and they're still going very strong. A lot of them I've done on roads, etc., and they're looking pretty good considering. Yeah, good shoe. Definitely worth checking out. I think they retail about 90 odd quid, but you might be able to shop around. I think these came out last year. So if you are going to go out and hit some trails, they're definitely worth looking at. I don't think they're, in the trail world, they've put together a great shoe, and it's certainly worth having a look at. Enjoy.